Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vegan Brie. I follow all things vegan and cruelty free, mainly beauty. I'm not the first person to post a video on this palette, but I have used every single shade now and have also mixed it with other palettes. So I have my final thoughts on the Nomad Christmas palette this year, holiday palette, the Christkindlmarkt. I should have watched Ella's video again, but maybe I'll put in a better pronunciation, hopefully. It's supposed to be a German market, and I wore the socks, and it came with, I'll show you what it came with here. I got it on the day that it launched. I've been playing with it all week. I'm wearing it today with a shade from the Divina Fantasia palette, just a like warm brown, and then I used the Hudson Valley palette, another like warm brown yesterday. But I've used all the mattes, and let me tell you what I think about this palette. So, like today, I'm wearing the glass ornaments, this blue here, and I have Paper Star on top here. Not wearing any purple, even though it's kind of like a purpley look. And then St. Nicholas for my crease and outer corner, and then for snow in my inner corner, and then underneath I'm wearing the Divina palette. So overall, I really like this palette, but let me give you some insight. I'm more of a warm tone kind of person. I don't use a lot of reds usually, but I actually like how I kind of I toned it down, not like bright red, because it is a bright red. Let me show you. I haven't done any swatches, but it is like a Christmas red. Like, it's not an orange, it's not a burgundy, it's red. So very pigmented, and I have used it as liner as well. Some of these are multi-chromes. These three are like these two are more iridescent. These are very sparkly. Let me show you. Like Nomad, really, the sparkles, the shimmers are that's my favorite part. And I think the mattes are good. Only thing about is that I wish this shade is I'm talking from a pale person, okay? These are very creamy, but this is basically like my skin tone. It has a little bit of depth to it, but not a lot. I don't know how, like, it's right there. It's basically my skin tone. It doesn't really bring a lot to the table. If you use, it's to kind of like carve out the brow bone, which I don't usually do that. Or if you want like a matte inner corner. And then, besides like the colors, the black is not their blackest of black. So we'll say that. It's very soft, or very smooth, but there it is. Let me find an actual, it's more of like a gray. I used it as a liner, and definitely wasn't like a black, even though it looks dark in the pan. And then I really like the green. The brown is really good. This is the only like light to mid-tone besides that really light shade, but it's like a khaki color. First I thought it was more of a gray, but it's more of a khaki color, which I do like, but I wish there was like a warm brown. Like, let me show you. So I used this shade yesterday. I like a camel-y brown would have been nice, or so, I don't know, it doesn't need to be a brown necessarily, but like something. That's what I wish. There was like a light or like a mid-tone or a light shade besides the basically skin tone shade on me. I don't know how this would be on darker skin tones. I like all the shimmers. I like the shiftiness of them. Like this shade right here, I used this one yesterday, and let me just show you. So I thought it was gonna be more red. I don't know if you can see that, like kind of like orange copper, but it is just stunning. Because I thought, let me show you. So there it is, or there it is in the pan, right? And then there it is on my hand. And then this shade, the carousel shade, I did try to use it as liner, and it was more like a silver base to it. So it wasn't the best liner shade. It looked like I had more of like a silver than, I don't know, maybe it has a gray base to it, than like a metallic liner because I like using eyeshadows as liner. I used these two yesterday. I've used this, I don't know which shade is my favorite. I used this shade the first day, which I got 2 comments being like, you should have used the white. I'm like, but that shade is beautiful. It's like a, kind of like a gunmetal, but like a little bit of, yeah, it's like a gunmetal kind of shade. It's really cool. Like a pewter? I don't know. Paper Star, I don't know what's my favorite, but I love pinky, shifty shades like that. And then Even for Snow Gingerbread is beautiful. Like, but there is shifts. There's more. Let me find a really good black from Nomad because, I mean, like this isn't bad and it's good for like deepening looks, but let me show you. I have a lot of Nomad palettes. So also this palette is supposed to represent the German markets during Christmas time, which I've never been to Germany. I'm 80-something% German, but I've never been. I want to go. So there's 6 mattes, 5 shimmers, 3 duochromes, 1 multichrome. They are a travel makeup brand and they always support a cause. This is UNESCO World Heritage Center that helps conserve 55 sites in Germany. And also it's like a advent calendar, which is really cool. Like you can, I actually did open one of these, but this is like textured, and then the palette itself is also raised and textured. It's really cool. I love their packaging is always amazing. But so this is last year's Christmas palette. This is the Polar Express palette, and these are more cool tone too, which except for these shades, and that's not really a white, it's like a shimmer. I wanted to compare. No, I don't really see any dupes. So this is my first palette. This is Ski Out. These were definitely drier, but like look how, like that is super black and very pigmented. And then that was the Whistler Snow Lodge, my first Nomad palette. And then this is newer. This is a Fairy Tale Europe palette, which is mostly shimmers. And then there's a bottom row. These are cool tone also. I guess they've been on a cool tone kick, but this is Chillon Castle, which this is so much smoother than the first palette I used. Like a lot smoother. Not that, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's dry, but just look how much like the deeper they are. Agavongo Safari. It's not a black. This is more of like a, no, not black. But see these like warm tone browns? I could have had like this one or you know something. I just know they can do better with blacks. And which if I want to do like a black liner, I want it to be like black, even if I'm using a shadow. So my quick review of this, I do like this a lot, but this will be a palette that I'm going to pair with other palettes because I need warm tones. I'm just not a big cool tone kind of person. I love the shimmers, but I need like a mid-tone green or a light green, something. This shade, I used to use shades like that to set my eyeshadow primer, but now I usually use like a translucent powder, either a pressed palette, either a pressed powder or a loose powder. I've hit pan on a lot of shades like that, but I just wish it was like a light brown or a mid-tone brown or a green or something. I think it would go really good with the black, the green, the brown, and the blacky gray shade, and this like kind of khaki shade. So yeah, that is my review. Honest opinion, I still love them. I still have a code with them, which you can use till the end of the year. It is unaffiliated. It's vegan brie. Put it right here. It's site-wide, so any of the palettes that are still available. I really do love Nomad, or else I wouldn't have so many palettes from Nomad. I was on their PR list up until I think February this year, but I wasn't getting enough people to use my code. So that is how you support creators, is for their code. So if not, then you know. But mine is unaffiliated. I don't make any commission off of it. It is 10% off, like I said, site-wide. They always do a big Black Friday and Cyber Monday deal for like the week. So if you're interested in that, I don't think you can stack codes. Usually you can't. If you do it after or before, I would appreciate if you do use my code. I use Nomad a lot in my Shop My Stashes, which I post weekly. I am getting mine up this week a little late, depending on when it goes up, depending on when this video goes up. But I had some time at home, so alone, and so yeah, decided to film this. So let me know if you're gonna be picking this up or not, and let me know what your favorite Nomad palette is, or if you've never tried Nomad. And if you enjoyed this video, please click subscribe and like, and I hope to see you in my next video.